In this video, we're going to be sharing with you new grants for August. A $1,500 grant, a $2,500 grant, a $10,000 grant, $5 million in grants, and $7.5 million in grants. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate, income, and credit. So if you'd like to know what these grants are for August, those are expiring that need to apply now. Make sure you watch the video to the end. Leave a comment below if you need help with anything. So we're going to be sharing with you new grants every month, from personal grants to rent and mortgage grants, to small business grants, to rolling grants, competitive grants, fellowship grants, and much more. And we'll be updating our calendar section at my website, AskRinde.com. And you can view our calendar section to see the latest updates for grants. Number 1, the Publix Supermarket grant. So this is a grant that includes housing and shelter grants, and it's from Publix Supermarket, which is the largest employee-owned supermarket chain in the entire country. And located in Lakeland, Florida, Publix has sales that exceed over $38.1 billion. So this particular grant from Publix focuses on youth, education, reducing hunger, and also homelessness prevention. Now the grant will be given out in these specific areas where Publix does business, which include Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia only. The deadline is August 31st, and you can get more details by going to Publix.com and also our resource area on our website. Number 2, the Equity Match Grant. So this is a $2,500 to $10,000 grant from the Women's Business Development Council in Connecticut. And this grant is specifically for women-owned Connecticut-based businesses. Now this is a hybrid grant in that it's both a competitive and also a match grant. And they have a list of criteria in order to qualify for the grant, which include the following 3. You must be 2 years in business, you must be at least a 51% owner in your business, and you must have your business registered within Connecticut. You can also get all the other details about this competitive match grant by going to ctwbdc.org. And as the competitive process continues on this match grant, you have all through August up to September 28th in order to submit your application for this grant. Number 3, Albuquerque, New Mexico, $7.5 million in grants. So Albuquerque, New Mexico is releasing one-time grants for small businesses from the America's Rescue Plan. As I've shared with you guys many times here on my channel, you're going to see your state and states roll out funds from the America's Rescue Plan and all the other monies that they've received to be able to fund rental assistance, mortgage assistance, small business assistance. There's so many different programs and so much money that has not been released. Some states are releasing them in batches, they're releasing them in cycles, but the funds have not been depleted. They have millions and millions and some hundreds of millions of dollars still held up to basically just release to your small business, to help you in your rent, to help you with your mortgage, etc. So you want to make sure that you watch that. We have links for all your websites and all the states, your state websites, in our resource area, so you can actually feel free to check that out if you're looking for rental assistance, mortgage assistance, or you're looking for your small business assistance grants that are available for small business in your town, in your city. You can actually check that out in our resource area. So the $7.5 million will be distributed in $10,000 increments, meaning $10,000 grants to each business, and they'll be given into 6 sectors of business. Eligible businesses must have less than 50 employees and must be located in the city. Applications start August 4th and go through October 1st, and you can get more information by going to the city's website. Number 4, Houston, Texas, the $1,500 family grant. So this $1,500 grant is a free money recovery assistance grant to help working families in Harris County. With so many frontliners and families that have been affected by the pandemic, these grants and free money has been made available for families who need help with rental assistance, mortgage assistance, people who are losing their properties to foreclosure, food, car payments, health care, household needs, and much more. So it's a $1,500 grant meant to help families that need help with recovery assistance. So approved households are encouraged to apply at recovery assistance events. We're also going to have links to these events in our resource area. Number 5, the Awesome Grant from Awesome Foundation. So this is a $1,000 grant that is a rolling grant, meaning that it does not have a deadline, and it's actually a grant for everyone. Anyone can apply for this grant. Whether you're an individual, a nonprofit organization, or for-profit organization, anyone at all can apply for this grant. So the simple premise of this grant is unity, bringing communities together. So each location has a chapter, and within that chapter there are 10 trustees who each contribute $100 on a monthly basis in a rolling grant to be able to help people who submit for their project to be approved. So it's very simple. All you have to do really for this grant, you have no prerequisites, there are no pre-qualifying criteria. You simply have to just submit your application and apply and see if you get approved for the grant. This is not an investment or a loan. The money is actually a free grant, and each chapter functions differently. So generally, these grants are given to projects that actually support community unity and community involvement and community development. So you want to make sure that when you go forward with trying to apply for the grant to the chapter, to the local chapter, that you keep this in mind, because you have the higher chance of getting the grant. Again, there's absolutely no strings attached whatsoever. Anyone can apply for this grant to get this money, and like I shared, these trustees will review your application and then basically decide whether or not they'll give you the grant. We are going to actually include the list of all the chapters around the world. They actually are not just in the US, they're around different parts of the world. We're going to include that in our resource area. And again, this is a rolling grant. So it's every month there's $1,000 or more that's given out just basically to anyone that applies. And if their project is something that the chapter receives as a good value to the community, then they will get the grant. So the great thing about Awesome is that you can apply to multiple chapters. So let's say, for example, you apply in Austin one month, you can also apply to Atlanta another month. They're not really tightly focused on you being in a specific area or demographic. They actually will review your community project and see what it's all about and consider, more so based on the project, the grant that they're going to give you. So this is one of the easiest to apply for grants. There's no criteria, there's no restriction on who can apply, and you can apply for it on a rolling basis. So we're going to leave more information on the Awesome Foundation in our resource area. You can actually check that out. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and make sure you check out our calendar to see what's upcoming for grants. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. And until next time, thank you so much for watching.